GOAT of error cards, the 1989 Fleer FF error card. Obviously, I'm not too sure if this is how much of a family show this is, if we could just let it rip in terms of what's said on the bat knob. But nonetheless, it's the most iconic error card out there. When this came out in 1989, you literally had newspapers writing about this card store owners having to put signs up saying that they don't have the card for sale. I'm talking parents going to card stores complaining that their son just pulled this card with a curse word on it, and how is this possible? But without getting too much into the weeds in the history, it's an iconic card. Obviously, fans might be like, Ripken, wait, Cal Ripken? This is Cal Ripken's brother, who had a somewhat of a short-lived MLB career compared to Cal. When you talk about hobby history and cards that really are just going to stand the test of time, regardless of necessarily what the player might be, this completely fits within that category. Whether it's collectors who were trying to buy this card as a kid growing up and now they're older and now they want to get the PSA 10 into their collection, or just just any version into their collection. Or people like myself who maybe wasn't around during this time, but remember finding this card in my dad's collection. My mom freaking out as a kid because I'm saying the words on the card and showing my dad, and he's like, you're not supposed to be looking at that. But
and for anybody who does, we should bring up some of the history. Bill ends up taking this promo picture with this, and he just grabs his batting practice bat, right? And on the knob of the bat is written F face. We won't say it on this show, but it's just one of his teammates, or he wrote that on the knob of his bat, and he would just take batting practice with this bat. So he grabbed it for this picture, took the picture real quick. Somehow it gets through quality control, right? And is printed. And then now it's an error card, but the hobby loves it because they want, listen, profanity is something that everybody, I think, or majority of people in the world engage in, behind closed doors. And it's just funny that this thing ended up on the knob of the bat and then gets printed, and then they try to recall it, which is just going to drive the demand up more of this card.
The total PSA population is around 20,000, which, like I said, may seem like a lot. But if you look at somebody like Victor Wembanyama's Prism base rookie card, he has more PSA 10s than this card is graded by PSA. For PSA 9s, there's about 9,000 of them. And then when you get into the PSA 10, which obviously is more of a premium price, you're looking at roughly 3,000 PSA 10 copies.
Yeah, so I think that this is another card that over time will just go up. It's just funny. It's kind of a joke in the hobby. It's the same thing with Mark Jackson's card with the Menendez brothers in the background. John Morant had a card with Young Dolph in the audience that was printed in either 19 or 20 as well. So there's a lot of these cards where a photographer takes a picture and maybe doesn't intend to have the background be part of the focus, but just through circumstance, they get the athlete and they get a little extra in the background, and then Panini or Dappz or Fanatics is going to put that into a card, and now it's just something that somebody who's collecting goes, hey, did you see that this guy's in the background, or did you see this error on the card? That makes these cards desirable. 3,000 on a PSA 10 is definitely not a low number, but at the same time, it's an error card, and I think this stands the test of time.
Please like, subscribe, and check out these other videos that we think you might enjoy.